Back in 1983, Vincent Bonner and Seamus McGettigan became the first Donegal winners of this international event, and they've been reunited with the Mark II Escort for this 40th anniversary rally. It's been 20 years since Vincent sat in a rally car or even went close to a rally, but the fans have certainly not forgotten their Donegal hero, who also starred in an Opel Ascona and Manta 400s. Isle of Mull driver Callum Duffy has lent his Escort for this occasion, and they climb as high as 25th in the National, Vincent finding the new generation Mark II a very different machine from his 1983 winning example.
Yeah, I had no intention of doing any rally at all, and the club then got on to me to see myself and McGettigan, because we're the first to win it as a Donegal crew, and after a wee bit of persuading, yeah, they put a package together, and this is us. I never thought it was as popular, to be quite honest with you. Every time I stop, there's people wishing me well and hoping that I'm going to come back and everything else. I can't believe it, you know. Really, really, really delighted about it all, you know.
And everyone is delighted that they make it back to Letterkenny to a real hero's welcome once more.
Yeah, we're delighted to be back. You know, it was a very, very hard rally. In fact, when we were rallying it, I don't think it was as tough as this. And we are delighted to be back. We went off 3 times, and normally if you go off once you can never get on, but we were lucky we got on every time, so we're very, very delighted to be back.
I thought maybe it's more and better than this year than it did years ago. I think maybe the wee race did them no harm. So maybe another 10 years, go back to the 50th, please God.
Fabulous memories, and many will remember.
I'm in the presence of heroes, 3 former Donegal champions. Vincent, talk us through what it's like to be back.
Well, it's great to be back in this capacity now at my age. You know, it's a lot different now than it was then. But, you know, the stages are the same nearly year in and year out. Maybe wee bits and pieces thrown in different parts of them. But I must say, you know, history has been made again this year in Donegal. We made it back way back, I think it was 35 years or 32 years ago. But Declan has made it this year because he's the first Donegal crew that has number 1 on the side of the car.
Oh, did he even know that? Did you know that, Declan?
No, I didn't know that, no.
We wanted, myself and Seamus, and we were to be number 1 the following year, and Malcolm Wilson came over with a Works Audi Quattro, and he was a seated driver, so we ran at number 2. So he definitely made history this year again.
And what do you feel about it as well? I mean, it brings so many crowds, thousands of spectators, year on, year out.
I've just been out there watching, and the crowds are fantastic. It's the atmosphere of Donegal. The people of Donegal welcome rallying to Donegal, and that's a major event then.
Good old Donegal!
3-time winner of this event, the legendary Cathal Kerr. Add to that mix the adrenaline-pumping rally, which has been running since the early 1970s, and surely there is no better place to be in the month of June. The rally has created legends. Every driver wants to win the challenging Donegal International Rally. The demanding stages beg the drivers to push to their absolute limit, delighting spectators and inspiring a new generation of competitors in their wake. But what does it mean to win here in Donegal? We find out from the man who finally achieved that feat after years of trying, Vincent Bonner.
I done the rally every year up to 1983 and always there or thereabout, but could never get over the line. And in 1983 it happened to be my year. Austin McHale and Fisher, the 2 of us, we battled it out for the whole weekend, and at the heel of the hunt I came out the winner. But the Escort of Fisher and wrote it off. That was the Monty car, and wrote it off in Remelton, in the village of Remelton, rebuilt it into a new car, and the following year that was the car that won the rally in Donegal. And then from that we went on then to Opel Asconas, and then into Mantas, and suppose the biggest, other than winning it, the biggest year I would say was 1990, which McHale had and Fisher had the 2 BMs and I had the Manta. And from the start of the rally till I went out 2 stages from the end, there was no more than 6 seconds between us. The best stage in Donegal, in my opinion now, a lot of people would have a lot of different opinions. They talk about Knockalla and they talk about, but I think for a driver stage and for, you know, everything, it has to be Atlantic Drive. There's everything in Atlantic Drive. It's flowing, and the surface is so good on it, and you can read the road on it, you know, and it stands out in my mind as one of the best stages. Oh, it's everybody's dream to win the Donegal Rally. In fact, I spoke to Donny Kelly this year, and he says to me, it's the one that eludes us all. He says, I would give anything to win it, you know. But, you know, at the time I wanted to win it, you know, as much as anybody do, but I was just lucky to get to win it.
Well, the stages in Donegal, they're like those weather stages in the whole country and Donegal, like, and the people knows that, and it's just natural. They were there before the rally ever come. Like it wasn't matter to start to close them off and get them the run going. And Knockalla wasn't that way long built either. Well, starting off for a lovely day it was, in fairness, and him and I revved up flat out to get going. And the notes set up the road, left-hander and around the right-hander. He took it a wee bit tight, and I heard it had a wee stone, and I knew right it would puncture up onto the left-hander, which I call Hare's corner, a very famous corner, and which I used to navigate with them way back years ago. And I knew they were flat wheel. As soon as we hit that, she started onto a twist. So here it goes, and we went over the banking. But a flat wheel was changed, pushed back out again, nearly in front of Austin McHale, and we finished the stage.